You have the likes of Nikki Haley, who stepped down from her time at the UN. Bankrupt or in debt was her family. Then she becomes a military contractor. She joins the board of Boeing and otherwise, and is now a multimillionaire. So I think that that's wrong when Republicans do it or Democrats do it. That's the choice we face. Do you want a leader from a different generation who's going to put this country first? Or do you want Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels?
What is good, YouTube family? It's your boy, Shop the Black Anomaly Rising Channel. Man, Vivek smoked all of them. It was crazy, man. Look, I wish I would have had a live reaction. I hollered in this debate. Vivek Ramaswamy, this dude, I'm telling you, he is the Obama of the Republican Party in terms of just that raw charisma. Because I'm telling you, on this debate, especially toward the beginning, he came out swinging. He literally came out swinging on the host. Take a look.
Think about who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk. We'd have 10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party. You think the Democrats, and we've got Christie here, you think the Democrats would actually hire Greg Gutfeld to host a Democratic debate? They wouldn't do it. And so the fact of the matter is, I mean, Christie, I'm going to use this time because this is actually about you in the media and the corrupt media establishment. Ask you, the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that you pushed on this network for years, was that real or was that Hillary Clinton made-up disinformation? Answer the question. Go. Mr. Roberts, this is how we get our country back. We need accountability because this media rigged the 2016 election. They rigged the 2020 election with the Hunter Biden laptop story.
Mr. Ramaswamy,
and they're going to rig this election.
Your time is up.
Accountability.
Let me turn to Governor Christie. Why you, audience, let's not do this. Let's not do this.
This man straight up went off script saying, I need to hold y'all accountable for this Russia story and all these fake, phony narratives that the liberal media has been just purporting, just constantly not being held accountable for, but then want to turn around and hold conservatives and Fox News to like this extremely high standard, and it doesn't make any sense. And I really appreciate the fact that he brought that up to begin with. Then look, freaking Nikki Haley, man, Nikki Haley, she got smoked so damn bad. She got roasted. Okay, she got trolled. This man just obliterated her. He pretty much ended her career with this. Like, Vivek's got to go up in the poll because these clips are going to be everywhere. Vivek knew what he was doing. I feel like he was trying to get clips or something because he came out like clapping cheeks. Like, it was horrible.
I would tell him to smoke those terrorists on his southern border, and then I'll tell him as president of the United States, I'll be smoking the terrorists on our southern border. That's his responsibility. This is our responsibility. That's how we move forward. But I want to be careful to avoid making the mistakes from the neocon establishment of the past. You have the likes of Nikki Haley, who stepped down from her time at the UN. Bankrupt or in debt was her family. Then she becomes a military contractor. She joins the board of Boeing and otherwise, and is now a multimillionaire. So I think that that's wrong when Republicans do it or Democrats do it. That's the choice we face. Do you want a leader from a different generation who's going to put this country first? Or do you want Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels?
I'm like, damn, Nikki, are you okay? Like, somebody need to ask if she's okay. Look, let me show y'all this real quick. At the end of the debate, Vivek shook everybody's hand and he just skipped over Nikki Haley. The thing that really separates this man from everybody else is that pretty much everybody else, for the most part, they just sound so rehearsed. You know, they're saying like the same type of stuff you usually hear everybody say. I will say, like, Christie definitely did better because he wasn't just like having this extreme hate boner for Trump the whole time. I mean, I believe some of that stuff still came out, but certainly not to the same extent as, you know, in the other debates where he literally was just calling everything about attacking Trump. And I'm like, dude, it's Teflon Don. Nothing that anybody says on the stage is going to take out Donald Trump and lower him in the polls. Okay? You're just drawing him more attention and bringing him more support. You're putting his name out in the media more. The best thing you could do with Trump to really take him down, even though I shouldn't even be saying this, is just ignore him and pretend like he don't even exist. If somebody bring him up, just don't talk about him. Just talk about something else, because you're not going to win. You're not going to out-roast Trump.
Many say don't punch down when talking about people like Chris Sununu or Sloppy Chris Christie. Or when Carrier and Ford and Nabisco leaving Chicago with their big plant, they're moving to Mexico. I'm not eating Oreos anymore, you know that. But neither is Chris. You're not eating Oreos anymore. No more Oreos for either of us, Chris. Don't feel bad for either of us. I think that's too sanctimonious, but he's rapidly being caught by Ramaswamy. Who's good? No, Christie's, he's eating right now. He can't be bothered. Sir, please do not call him a fat pig. That's very disrespectful. Don't call him. See, I'm trying to be nice. Don't call him a fat pig. You can't do it.
Okay, you're not going to beat him in a back and forth in terms of y'all's record, because pretty much everybody got something in their record that you could poke at, and Chris Christie, you can poke at him in a lot of different ways. For example, eating too many damn donuts or whatever he's doing, because Chris Christie is big and looks like a slob. I'm sorry, but I'm like, he don't even need to be on the stage. Everybody else is looking like they're like all fit and in shape, and Chris Christie looked like he needed to go hit up a damn treadmill before he worried about becoming the president of the United States. Like, it's embarrassing, to be honest with you, and not to pick on bigger people, because it might be bigger people watching. I got bigger people that's friends, family. But I'm like, dude, before you just want to pick on everybody else, you might want to get your health in order first, because I can promise you, as crazy as Joe Biden is, he probably going to live a lot longer than you with all of the weight and possible issues you got going along with that. And then you got to talk about Ukraine. Like, again, Vivek is the only one up here making sense. Everybody else is just talking about maintaining all of these great relationships with all these other nations and just giving more and more and more money. But he's the only one who's like, hey, let's focus on securing our border and stopping all of this money. Like, everybody else kind of tried to say they was going to do everything at once. They pretty much was going to keep doing the same stuff we're doing already, which I think is one of the problems. That they will say on one hand, we're going to rein in spending, but on another hand, we're going to keep giving all our money to Ukraine and Israel. Like, how does that make any sense?
Don't think for a second. Now everybody wants to move away from Ukraine. They'll want to move away from Israel a year from now. America can never be so arrogant to think we don't need friends.
This is not a choice. This is the price we pay for being the leaders of the free world. In 1992, this country made a promise to Ukraine. We said, if you return nuclear missiles that were part of the old Soviet Union to Russia and they invade you, we will protect you.
Where do you stand on more funding?
I'm absolutely unpersuaded. And I'm actually enjoying watching the Ukraine hawks quietly, delicately tiptoe back from their position as this thing has unwound into a disaster. The first half of this race, I was the only person standing for it. Now they're actually quietly coming around to being more cautious, as they should. Level with the American people here. Ukraine is not a paragon of democracy. This is a country that has banned 11 opposition parties. It has consolidated all media into one state TV media arm. That's not democratic. It has threatened not to hold elections this year unless the U.S. forks over more money. That is not democratic. It has celebrated a Nazi in its ranks, the comedian in cargo pants, a man called Zelensky, doing it in their own ranks. That is not democratic. More facts for you that you won't hear from the mainstream in either party or the mainstream media. The regions of Ukraine that are occupied by Russia right now, in the Donbass, Luhansk, Donetsk, these are Russian-speaking regions that have not even been part of Ukraine since 2014, that other people probably couldn't name those provinces for you. Those are the hard facts. And so to frame this as some kind of battle between good versus evil, don't buy it. And I'd like the likes of the sharpest of the war hawks on Ukraine, Nikki Haley, to have some accountability and answer. Do you want to use U.S. taxpayer money to fund the banning of Christians? That is actually what's happening. They're using the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. They have banned them. The Ukrainian parliament just did this last week, supported by our dollars. And I think you owe it to the American people, Nikki, to at least this one time at least condemn.
Thank you. That's time.
At least to condemn their banning of Christians.
Mr. Ramaswamy, thank you. Mr. Ramaswamy, thank you. We asked the questions. Ambassador Haley,
well, she deserves to
what is your take on more funding for Ukraine?
I am telling you, Putin and President Xi are salivating at the thought that someone like that could become president. They would love to see.
The fact of the matter is, she doesn't
Ramaswamy,
because of
you
these
had
foolish
your time to
policies.
talk.
I appreciate Vivek calling stuff like this out because a lot of people are they're just up there just BSing and going with whatever the direction the wind blows at the moment. This is one of the reasons why I don't really support just conservatives necessarily. Like, I definitely don't support the Democrats right now because pretty much ain't nobody got in the Democrat Party that's a politician got no type of integrity at the moment. In the conservative Republican Party, it's like only a few of them that are like reasonable and decent that I feel like will work. So the pickings are slim, I will admit. But Vivek, if Trump wasn't running, Vivek would definitely be my guy. So we already know that he's probably not going to win. So I'm not going to sit up here and cap as though he will. But I will say that in 2028, though, man, DeSantis, I don't know. Like, it's going to be tough because I already know DeSantis is going to try to go for it again. And against Vivek, I just feel like he's getting smoked. He's got his gubernatorial record, which is great. And he's been a great Florida governor. But in terms of that head-to-head when it comes to the actual policy issues, especially as they are on a federal level, Vivek got the sauce.
Talked a lot about foreign wars tonight, but we're in the middle of a war right here at home. It's a war not between black and white or Democrat and Republican. It's between those of us who believe in our founding ideals and love this country and a fringe minority who hates the United States of America. And I think it's going to take a commander-in-chief to lead us to victory in that war, who first of all knows that we're in a war. Second of all, can't be captured by the special interests along the way. But third is from the next generation, somebody with fresh legs to lead us to victory. I'll shut down the deep state. I'll declare economic independence from China. I'll keep us out of World War III. And then revive national pride in this country. I also want to close with one message to the Democrat Party. End this farce that Joe Biden is going to be your nominee. We know he's not even the president of the United States. He's a puppet for the managerial class. So have the guts to step up and be honest about who you're actually going to put up so we can have an honest debate. Biden should step aside, end his candidacy now so we can see whether it's Newsom or Michelle Obama or whoever else.
All right,
just
Mr.
tell us the
Ramaswamy,
truth so we can have an honest
time is
debate.
up.
Okay? Tim Scott, I don't know, something about this dude, it just doesn't work. Like, something about this dude doesn't work. Like, Nikki Haley got some sauce, DeSantis got some, it comes in doses, and hell, even Christie did pretty good this debate, but Vivek smokes everybody. Like, he went in on everybody, he was on the attack, and I think he did good. He toned it down a little bit toward the end, he started kind of chilling out a little bit. And, you know, they started coming for him like a little bit kind of in response, which was fair, but didn't nobody hit back nowhere near as hard. Nikki Haley, she tried a little something, you know, when he made the comment about the Dick Cheney in heels comment. That was like one of the most brutal comments of the night. However, it just wasn't enough.
Yes, I'd first like to say they're 5-inch heels, and I don't wear them unless you can run in them.
We've got two of you on stage.
The second thing that I will say is I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition.
In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my
before
daughter
preaching
out
to
of your
anybody else,
voice.
adult daughter. The next generation of Americans are using it. And that's actually the point. You have her supporters propping her up. That's fine. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy
scum.
answer is, so this is the problem when you have Republicans that temporarily go the way the winds blow, and now it's popular to talk tough on China. When she was UN ambassador, called them literally, her words, not mine, our great friend.
Thank you very much. You know, when he talks about me praising China, he doesn't know the fact that the reason China was praised was because I negotiated with China and Russia the largest set of sanctions against North Korea in a generation. That is literally the reason North Korea stopped testing ballistic missiles. So I said China did good on their part. That was a negotiation you could never do.
What you said, Nikki. Those are your words, not mine. And so just own up to it.
You would never
you can
have
change
been able
your
to
mind.
get
That's
that
allowed.
negotiation
But don't
done.
lie to the people about what you've said or what you've done in South Carolina.
My
you have brought
entire
them to South
career
Carolina.
at the
Ron is
United
right
Nations.
about that.
Every day I fought China, and I did it by
actual
making sure
hard
no
facts.
one
She
could
brought them to
get
this
any
country.
agency heads in UN. I did it by making sure that we called them out on human rights. I did it by making sure that we held them accountable on everything that they did. That's the reason we got out of Human Rights Council. That's the reason we called them out. And there's not been a day I haven't
Nikki,
stopped.
Senator Scott, it is your turn.
Policy
Mr.
experience with the millions you
Ramaswamy.
made afterwards.
Guys, Let me know what y'all thought about this. Did you see the GOP debate? They posted the whole thing online, so feel free to watch the entire thing. But these are my thoughts on it, man. I wish Vivek all the best. Like, hopefully he could become VP or something. Because I feel like he'd be a great VP. He's like reaching out to like the younger audience. He's resonating more with a younger conservative audience. And I feel like that's what they need. Like, I feel like literally every single person on stage has no goddamn clue what they're doing in terms of reaching younger people. I'm like, how the hell do you plan on reaching younger people? They're talking about avoiding TikTok entirely, where the best solution is to just regulate TikTok. They already said that a federal ban doesn't work. So how the hell are you gonna get on stage and talk about banning something when they said it didn't work before? So they literally sitting up here and lying, saying that they're gonna get it banned. Vivek is being honest and saying you're not going to get it banned. So why do y'all keep talking about this? It's silly. This again, why you can't just cap for one party versus the next. It depends on what they're saying and what they're supporting, and that's one of the reasons I think that I truly do stand behind Vivek. He's proven himself to be at least a very fierce opponent politically, and I feel like I'm confident that in the office he would bring that same energy. It seems like that's just kind of the life that he's led. He's not some career politician. He's out here trying to win, and I'd imagine as president, he'd be trying to win as president as well, rather than just say whatever he thinks it's going to take to get in the office. At least that's the feeling that I have. If you guys think differently, let me know. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm Shot, Black Anomaly Rising. I'm out.